Hey fellow golf enthusiasts, welcome to my journey of becoming a golf pro. In this video, we'll explore strategies, tips, tricks, golf terminology, history, etiquette, and even the right clothing to look like a pro. Stick around as I share my golf project progress, lessons learned, and hopefully, score a few birdies along the way. Before we start, I wanted to learn what some of golf terms I've heard mean. First up, four. This is the magic word you yell when your ball is heading towards people. It's like the golf way of saying, look out. Next up, par. This is the number of strokes you're supposed to take to get a ball in. Get it in 2 strokes less? That's an eagle. And 1 stroke less is a birdie, but watch out. If you're 1 stroke over par, that's a bogey. Keep going over, and you hit double bogey, then triple bogey, and all the way until you hit double par, in which case you have just ran out of strokes. Here is some terms used when shooting. Ever heard of a mulligan? I haven't. However, in casual games, it's basically a do-over shot if your first tee shot sucked. You may need to get a mulligan shot when shooting on a dogleg hole. This means the hole has a bend, similar looking to how a dog's leg looks, hence the name. After teeing off, you take an approach shot, land on the thin grass around the hole, and you're on the green. Surrounding the green is the fringe, and if your ball ends up in the sand, that's a bunker. Avoid the rough, that's the tall grass. Stay on the fairway, the short grass leading to the green. Your lie is where your ball is chilling, and if you hit it out of bounds, OB, well, that's a penalty once you finally make it onto the green. Here's a useful strategy. Use the logo on the ball. The ball also may have a line. Use it when you're putting to line your ball up with the hole, so then you have a more accurate hit. Now, if your ball is practically in the hole, you might get a gimme, which is a free pass without putting. Since we got some of the most useful terminology out of the way, let's time travel a bit. Ever wondered about the history of golf? I have. I thought learning the history may give me insight onto why we dress a certain way playing golf and why terms came to be. Golf might have started in ancient Rome, but modern golf? Scotland takes the credit. In 1457, it got banned for distracting soldiers from training in the military, but in 1502, the Treaty of Perpetual Peace was signed, which stopped the fighting between Scotland and England that lasted 200 years and therefore lifted the ban. Then comes Tom Morris, aka Old Tom, a golf legend who kicked off the first Open Championship. Old Tom started playing golf at 10 and became a very well-known golfer. He later on went to create the first Open Championship, in which he got second place by 2 shots. Today is now one of the major golf championships alongside the Masters, the US Open, and the US PGA Championship. And why do we have to dress all fancy? Well, tease about preserving the golf look. Just like football has helmets and tennis has skirts, golfers rock the classic style. By preserving clothing for a certain sport, it helps people want to play it more, as they want to dress as their favorite athletes. If pro golfers could wear anything, there would be no distinction between golfers. Since that's what people wore back then and there was no real reason to change it, we stuck with it. And there you have it, a crash course in golf lingo and history. Now that I have all this knowledge, let's physically get better at golf. One of the first things to do to get better is to literally just practice your swing. I wanted to do this with each of my clubs. First though, I needed to figure out how to swing each one, and when playing golf, I needed the knowledge of which club to use. Once I did that, I went to driving ranges and also Topgolf. However, this was very costly. In order to save money, I asked for things for my birthday and Christmas in order to help me practice golf at my own house for no cost to me. My final goal of this project was to put all of my research and practice to the test and actually play golf. I have only played one full game before, and it did not go well at all. I shot over a 120. The average par is 72, meaning the max score is 144, and it was probably worse than that because I gave up on a lot of holes and just wrote down a random score so I didn't look as trash as I actually was. So, my goal was to get under 120.
And I did just that.